What's going on YouTube? This is Blinded by Skate with Team Perfect Circle, posting my first deck profile video. I just posted my first trade binder video not too long ago, so if you haven't seen that, go ahead and check it out. It'll be on my channel. Let's go ahead and get this one started though. We're going to start off with monsters. First monster of the deck, Cyber Dragon. Special summon it from the hand. If your opponent has a monster, they go ahead and bottomless it. If they don't, you get a 21 beater on the field. Good for monster presence. Needs facing Grand Mole with Synchros running rampant right now. Bounce it into their Synchro monster, goes back to the extra deck, you get your Grand Mole back, and they wasted a Synchro summon. Rescue Cat, we'll talk a little bit more about him in just a second. Gladiator Beast from Ramillo, tag into him, blow up an opponent's monster. Easy as that. Gladiator Beast Top Lamas, the big defense of the deck. Set him, your opponent attacks into it. If they can't get over it, you get a free tag out. Gladiator Beast Bestiari. Magic and trap removal, blow them up, contact fuse for Gazaris if you need to. Gladiator Beast Rotari. The graveyard is pretty big nowadays. If you control the graveyard, you can pretty much win the duel, and he helps you control the graveyard. 2 Gladiator Beast A Quest is awesome for recycling war chariots, adding any of their Glad Beasts back from the graveyard to your hand if you need to. 2 Gladiator Beast Darius. I love running 2 Darius over 1 just because if one of them gets removed from play or something like that to where you can't use it, you've always got the second one to help bring your monsters back. 2 Samnite. That's where this little guy comes into play. Summon the Rescue Cat, sack it, pop out 2 Samnites, attack with them both, get a double tag out, or you can go Rescue Cat to Test Tiger and Samnite, sack the Test Tiger and tag Samnite out for something else. 2 Gladiator Beast Laquari, the big beat monster of the deck. 1800 attack normally, 21 when he gets tagged into, just to run over all kinds of other monsters. And lastly, for the monster lineup, we've got 3 Test Tiger. Test Tiger is an amazing card for Glad Beasts. You get free tag outs. They get special summons, so they don't count as a normal summon, so it's pretty cool. That brings us up to Magic and Traps. We're going to start off with Magics. First, I've got 3 Book of Moon. Book of Moon is an amazing defense card. Your opponent's monster attacks, put it face down. You can put your own monsters face down, anything like that. If their monster's too big, you can put theirs face down, attack into it with something smaller like a Murmillo, and tag out for something bigger. 2 My Body as a shield. They act as somewhat like a solemn, help you not lose your monsters to bottomless and other things like that. 2 Gladiator Beast Proving Grounds. Add any Gladiator Beast card from my deck back to my hand, so instant Gazaris if I bring a Bestiari or something like that. Pretty much brings the monster count up higher than it was already. We've got Fissure and we've got Smashing Ground as 1-for-1 monster destruction. Yeah, as much as I said, 1-on-1 monster destruction. Just blow up their monster and attack with something. For Magics and Traps, we've got MST and Heavy Storm, basic staples. Set it next turn, blow up their face down card when they set theirs. Heavy Storm wipes out the field. Pretty much self-explanatory. That brings us into Traps. For Traps, we've got 3 Gladiator Beast War Chariots. An amazing card, especially when you recycle into it with a quest and stuff like that. You can use Samnite to bring it out if you need to. Set this with any face-up Glad Beast monster. Pretty much, helps you win games because all monsters usually that people run have effects, and if they choose to activate them, this is the card that will bring them down. Next up, we've got 3 Wabakus. Wabaku is an amazing tech card in Glad Beasts because it gives you tag outs. If your opponent attacks your monster, you Wabaku, they get their attack through, but you get a free tag out. You can also use it, set it on your turn, let your opponent go, then you go. You can attack with your monster. If your monster can't get over their monster, use your Wabaku, then you can attack over it and tag out for something bigger. We've got 2 Bottomlesses, gets rid of the big monsters. That's all pretty much self-explanatory. Torrential Tribute gets rid of swarms and other things like that. Solemn Judgment, probably one of the most amazing cards in the game to date. It got put down to 1 for a reason because it pretty much stops anything. And the last card in the main deck is Mirror Force. You cannot run a deck without Mirror Force in my opinion. Everybody's going to usually have to attack to win, and Mirror Force stops that. Alright, next up we've got the side deck. It's nothing too special, it's just a little thing thrown together. I'm going to have to rework it, obviously with the new format coming up and everything, but so far it's got 2 trap holes in it. Good for Black Wings and Lightsworns, get rid of their Luminas, gets rid of anything smaller that Bottomless can't get rid of. 1 Lightning Vortex. If they're running something that'll swarm like Lightsworn or zombies or anything like that, this will pretty much get rid of their whole swarm field. 1 Brain Control. Brain Control is for anything that'll Synchro Summon or any kind of mirror match. You can take control of their Glad Beast and use it to tag out, anything like that. 1 DD Crow, kind of like Rotari, it helps you control the field. If they're going for a Malicious or they're going for a Lumina, you know, ditch DD Crow, get rid of their monster before they can get it back. 1 Gores, stops them from OTKing me, which I've had happen not too many times, but it has happened and it's not fun, so putting Gores in there can help to stop that. 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, stops anything that runs any dark monsters such as Plague Spreader or Malicious or anything like that that nobody wants to run, especially Dad, since Dad's running pretty rampant nowadays, and Twilight builds and all kinds of other things like that. 2 Light Imprisoning Mirrors, opposite of the Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, so it's for Lightsworn, anything like that. Helps me get rid of Honest, helps get rid of Celestias, Luminas, anything like that. 2 Mirror of Oaths, this is for mirror matches obviously. They're going to go ahead and tag out from the deck, flip Mirror of Oath, blows up their monster. And the last card in the the extra deck, no, side deck, I'm sorry, is 3 Threatening Roars. Sorry about that. 3 Threatening Roars. You take these out for the Wabokus, that way that your opponent can't tag in. Usually I'll go put 2 of them in and leave 1 Waboku back in. So if I'm going to go ahead and do what I was talking about earlier, how attacking into their monster and I can't attack over it, Waboku, tag my monster out before they can tag theirs out. And the last thing that we're going to look at is my extra deck. It is nothing too spectacular, it's just a bunch of cards that I like. Yeah. 1 Goyo Guardian, 1 Yerbellum, 1 Power Tool Dragon, 1 Black Rose Dragon, 1 Colossal Fighter, 1 Thought Ruler Archfiend, Ultimate Rare if you can see that, I don't know if you can, 2 Red Dragon Archfiend, 2 Stardust Dragon, 2 Gladiator Beast Heraclinos, and 3 Gladiator Beast Gazaris. Pretty much the last 5 are really the only ones that I ever worry about because this deck doesn't Synchro Summon. And yeah, so that's it for my deck, guys. Go ahead, rate, comment, tell me what you think. All comments are welcome, preferably positive ones. If there's negative ones, it's okay, it happens, I understand. So this has been Blinded by Skate, and I'm out.